the owners of the store. She just mentioned that we have to, we got 2 hours to vacate our homeland or home here, or the police come. Yeah, they're not gonna give us any time. So a lot of people probably go to jail and whatever else, because figuring how we live out here that a lot of people don't really understand. And so in order to live this kind of way, like in this filth and this fucking bullshit, is you gotta like have like a street mentality, street thinking. And since I've been homeless, my 2 sons are in prison. One's doing a life sentence for 17 years, you know, and my last divorce, I have 3 little kids that live in California, so their mom had to take them out of here, and it just made my heart just give up.
Some people turn their nose up and frown upon you, but they don't know our story. They don't know our life. They don't know what put us here. I told you what put me here, you know?
You know what I always say, everybody has a story, and all of us are just one step away.
I worked on the independent contractor for 20 years, and then I worked on the corporate side. You know, I was a logistics coordinator for 5 years, you know, and I'm talking about I dealt with big money for that company without you guys even coming out and even just asking, you know. It's more than what some people do ever, and they see us out here, and you got your people that stop by. There's a lady that comes by every day and hands us bottles of cold water. You know, it's...
So before you saw me today, how long had it been since you'd been able to get your medications?
3 years. Since I got laid off and lost my insurance at the Star.
If it wasn't for y'all, I wouldn't have the drive to move on and stuff like that. To do better and, you know, to meet my goals is, you know, on my path. I've been homeless since March, which hasn't been that long ago. This is August. So it's what, 6 months down the road. I get more attention in the 1 hour that I am here in your care than I do the 7 days that where I'm at. I'm a man of 62, and these last 6 months have made me, look at the world differently. Friends, family, everything. And being homeless was forced on me after being a caregiver to my mother. So, if there is a way for me to give back, I have to make it like my mission.
I didn't think I was going to be out here this long, and I had no idea that my husband was going to not be here. I was hiding out underneath the bridge right across the street from my house because I figured there I could watch my house and nobody's going to see anything I have. It did me no good. They just took everything I had.
And that was the first time you saw us when you were under the bridge?
I heard about you. A lot some people down on Dressler told me.
Yeah.
I would run around there for days. I'm glad you guys are out here.
I think the medical care is awesome, but I also think that it's awesome that they bring out supplies that people need, especially in the winter, to help them stay warm. They do their best for any patient that need extra care to provide the extra care that they need.
I've got an interesting story. The first time I met KK, I got to be, we were here and talking about how we could put this together. And then she says, you know, we've got a bus over here and I'd like you to come see it. So when we were finished over here, before I went home, I drove to where her bus was and she brought her own car over there. And it kind of looked like a MASH unit, but just amazing what they were able to do. They had a lot of people like a beehive, like going in all directions, doing all kinds of things. One lady had an infected shotgun wound that they were treating. It had not been the acute wound, but this was long-standing, and they were doing all kinds of things like that. People were getting treated with psych meds and some things to turf in that direction if they needed it. They try to help every way they can, and I'm just very, very excited to be part of this.
You know, how lucky are we to work in a passion that makes a difference? Every day of my life, I'm told I love you. that just happens. And that is something that, it's more than pay and stuff like that. I go home at night and I know, and it's not like I have to tell anybody. I know in my soul and my heart that there's been a difference I've made, and they've made a difference in my life.
Again, my true north is the patients, and I truly believe that every single human deserves health care, and they don't deserve to be judged for situations that they're in. I think that knowing that we are providing that care, proving that care to people, that's what drives me, the patients, that's really my driver.